Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Whoop, oh dear. Box of turbos is still okay. Good. Nothing much to talk about apart from the fact that I managed to accidentally put out an extra episode that was a repeat. So that was two 48s. So I've had to renumber and rejigabit things, but hopefully that should all be sorted out soon. In the meantime, what of these sounds interesting? Yes, they're all fairly similar. Let's go for a Salem Kieran. Yeah. Salem, I guess. Oh, it's got some bodywork requirements. General running gear control and repair, sloppy steering, body parts. So, we could stick it through the test path, perhaps? Because that's, you know, riveting video watching. Here we go, drive forward. Stop, wait for it to tell you, and then press the brake. Otherwise you sit here holding the brake thinking you're doing the right thing and nothing happens. Okay. Forward, well, the brakes look a bit knackered, but they're only 45% they're getting to. There's the jiggle tests. Oh yeah. So if I had a body I could look down and watch myself jiggling. It would look a bit like that, but with body parts. Because, you know, I don't know what jiggling looks like, obviously. Alright, that's that. Over and done with. What's the news? The news is some stuff is broken. Good news. Oh, it looks like there's some engine-y issues as well. I mean, it's going to be mainly suspension and stuff, but I'll just double check that. Running gear control and repair. So I don't think it'll have anything to do with any of these tests we can do. Can't do that one. This one's to do with the engine, so it shouldn't cause any, shouldn't flag any issues. A steady 13% or 13 psi, whatever the hell that is. Yep, they're all fine. I'm assuming 43% is the offset. Let's have a look. The threshold. And finally, the random number test. Does your car know maths? No, of course it doesn't. There we go, and that, as predicted, showed us nothing. Good. Right. So let's move it to a lift up and start ripping off its wheels. Some suspension issues as well. I'm testing. I can see that. Alright. So running gear. This looks like this front knuckle needs to come off, so I'll have to get all of this stuff off, I think. Always believes. I have to take all this off probably. Looks like some of this is knackered anyway. So 43%, yeah, 4%. Definitely want to come off. Yeah. I'll take the outer tie rod off, it's pretty dead anyway. Well, it's in a tie rod. It's also knackered. Ah, I see we have to take off the lower suspension arm before we can take off this stuff. Ah, there's the hubcap, of course, it needs to come out. Okie dokie. Alright, we need to get the steering rack out as well by the looks of it. I wonder if the brake servo needs to come out. It just looks dirty, it's not probably that bad. Let's look at the state of some of the stuff in the engine. Look. That's right. That's what a chocolate engine looks like after it's been run for approximately 3.5 seconds. Yes. All these bits look okay. All that looks like it needs to come out. Everything else looks okay. Steering has to come out from underneath. Alright, next corner. Now you might not have to take the wheel off something there. I have to take the wheel off this. The whole rear axle looks knackered. These springs look a bit dead. I'm guessing all this will have to come off then. And that will have to be from underneath. And one assumes you have to take this off, but I don't know for sure. Looks like it. Right, let's just take it off anyway. It doesn't take long to put on. Right. Okay, it needs this bit taken off as well. And this bit. Of course, we have to take all that bit off for that. So, we'll come back to that in a moment. Right. And that looked pretty knackered as well. Yeah, rear axle was a bit dead. Okay. Let's pop it up and get at the bits from underneath. So to take this off, we have to take off the shocks and the leaf spring, U-bolts, and the leaf spring itself. Oh, for the actual spring plate. No, I don't need to come out the other side. It's kind of easier in some senses. Flip's sake, there we go. There we go. Right, so now we can... Oh, let's take the drive shaft off. There we go, and that allows us to remove the rear axle. Okay, so up the front end, we have to take off these items. Let's take this off so that we can remove the front steering knuckle. And then on this side, what do we need to take off? Well, I don't know. What was the steering rack? That was at 23%. Have we got everything? We have. We've got everything. Alright, so it's time to do the purchasing. I was just about to say now it's time to sell all the stuff in my inventory, but that could still work. Oh, some of it isn't replaced, doesn't need to be replaced. So yeah, it's the thing you're supposed to do at the start before the job. Oh dear. Right. Onwards. Running gear. So we require coil, spring, rear drive axle. Coil, spring. I've never had to buy one of them before. Front shock absorber cap times 2. Front shock absorber cap times 2. I've gone past it then. Yeah. And I clicked the wrong thing. Awesome. Awesome. Front steering knuckle A and a front wheel hub. Front steering knuckle A and a front wheel hub. Outer tie rod, rear shock absorber B. Outer tie rod, rear shock absorber B. Rear shock absorber cap and rear spring. Rear shock absorber cap, spring. Rubber bushing, solid rear drive axle. Rubber bushing, solid rear drive axle. Spring cap, steering rack. Spring cap and a steering rack. Almost like poetry. Sway bar, front end link A. There you go. Alright, sloppy car steering, 2 inner tie rods. No, back up here. Oh, I can't need 2, I've already bought one, haven't I? Leaf spring plate. 3 U-bolts. An outer tie rod and a steering rack. Outer tie, I think I've already bought one of those. It's a bit weird how it makes you buy some of this stuff twice. I say makes you. It's not like I'm being compulsed into it, but my lack of memory. Sway bar, front end link A. Now I've bought one of those, let's just buy one of them. Alright, and then we put it all back together. Clippity clippity clop. Right. Steering. Did I? Was there 2 steering racks there? Steering rack. Dooby 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 doo. I didn't buy 2, did I? All sorts of crap here from a long time ago. Lots of inner tie rods. There's a way of sorting this, isn't there? Running gear. Steering rack. Yeah, there was another good one there, look. So did I manage to buy two? Was that listed twice? So easily fooled. Right, anyway, onwards. And the wheel, that's a good sign. All the bits are in. It's not necessarily the case. You could still have bushings, rubber bushings missing, for instance. Whoops. Alright, and then another inner tie rod. Knuckles. Knuckles. And a new cap. That's what I've got on the other side. Those are 45, this is just good enough. Sway bar. Oh, have I not? Oh, I've not screwed in the previous item. Alright. Pro tip: finish doing one job if you start another. So, oh yeah, there's various bits to put back on here. I was wondering why the wheel wasn't an option, but no, there's plenty more stuff to put back in here. Wheel hub cap. Naff looking brakes. Yeah. Then a wheel. Good, good. Right, remember the suspension cap. And then it's down the other end. Oh, did I take the sway bar off? No, I didn't. Good. So yeah, it's down the other end of the car. Let's pull ourselves down there on the components. Whoa. Yeah. Just whacking it in. Whacking it in. Don't forget your bushings. It's never a good idea to fit your bush. And a bit of caliperage. That helps keep everything in place. Know what I'm saying? Alright. Oh, fresh set of that. Rear shock absorber. Bolt that crap in. Don't forget your leaf spring plate. And U-bolts. Easy to forget. Alright, and then a wheel. Yeah, just wave your magic bolting wand across those. There, where are we? Confusion. There we go. Gonna be down here. Alright, and oh, it's not a new axle for this side, just one new axle. Oh no, it's not new spring cap either. This side's all the old stuff. Leaf spring plate. Oh, I haven't put that thing in there. Oh, and I have to remember that this requires its bushing. They're a pain to find if you miss putting them back in. The bushings. Leaf spring plate, leaf spring U-bolts. And the rest of this wheel assembly, the brake disc, pads, calipers. And a wheel. Alright, we're getting there. So that should be most of that done. Should be left with the bodywork to do pretty much. Okay, we've missed an inner tie rod. That's nice and straightforward. Oh, it's not that. Oh, did we put on a naff one? I say we. You can't take it out. Oh, I've taken the wheel off. Inner tie rod, 23%. Yeah, alright. I did not notice. Oh, so I do need another one. Ah, I remember. That's something I didn't. I thought I'd already bought one. I didn't buy a second one. And I have been hoisted by my own petard. Alright, there we go. Simple to fix at least. Okay, so that should be that done. Leaving us just with the bodywork. Alright, and the bodywork required is various. So let's bring this down. Where's this thingy? Front left headlight, front left bumpers, basically anything with marks on it usually. So that. Yep. And this is a Salem Kieran. It's worth noting before you go into the body shop, because all the parts for all the cars are listed in here. Be nice if there was a sort option on the left for at least the manufacturers or something. It's not a huge issue. It's more an issue if you've got no memory. Was it the Salem Kieran? I've already forgotten. Yes. Salem Kieran. So, front bumper. I've already forgotten. Front bumper, front right door, left headlight. Left headlight, front right door. Left headlight, it was left headlight. Cracky. Memory of a fish, particularly forgetful fish. Rear left and rear right doors. Rear left and rear right doors. And trunk. Is that it? Did I miss something? I probably missed something. Trunk. Alright, I'll whack them on. That's the official terminology. Alright, and one assumed I don't need to repaint it. I don't need to repaint it, so that's the job done. There you go, slightly nasty looking green cars. It's not that bad considering some of the paint jobs I've complained about. It's pretty average actually. Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Man. Oh. Really? Really? You want your drive shaft put back in? That's easily a home mechanic job, sort of. And if you've got a pit or a crane, lifting thingy like I've got here. Alright then, we'll put your drive shaft back in at no extra charge. But you will have to collect your car from up in the air. So there you go, drive it away from there. That's right. Cheeky bastard wanting his car put back as he brought it in. Good, well thanks for watching that. That was, I thought it was going to be a bit quicker than that, but there we go. So, yeah. This was probably episode 51 then, so there we go. 50 episodes in the bag. Not really sure. I don't have an aim, to be honest. I'm just sort of doing this every day. So there you go. Filling up YouTube. Thanks very much. And see you next time for more of very similar-igeness. Yeah. Bye.